AmandaLand, AmandaLand, AmandaLand. So we got to talk about, let's go down to the Caribbean. All right? Let me go down to the Caribbean. So, the targeting of Cuban medical missions is not new for the U.S. under this Donald Trump administration, but he is doing so. This time around, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio has announced restrictions on visas for government officials in Cuba and anyone else globally that the United States deems to be complicit with Cuba's foreign medical programs. Now, you may be wondering, well, what are Cuba's foreign medical programs? Cuba does send people, nurses, doctors, etc., to other places to assist and provide in surgeries that may not be available in those places, to provide care and health care that may not be available in those places. And actually, earlier this year, Representative, why her name going off my brain right now? Representative Barbara Lee had come before the committee in the Senate, in the House, to say that this is really not good because Cuba does have a lot of medical advancements that would be very helpful in America. For instance, in the United States, they have done a lot of medical advancements with diabetes. We know diabetes is a very, very big killer in the United States. And Barbara Lee said, we really need to roll this back. Well, guess what? They said, nah, we're pushing it forward. And she had done that before the man come in office. And still, this stupidity, Biden and them, they hadn't made it clear that it could happen. So instead, Trump said, well, it's not going to happen. So his administration has put a kibosh, if you will, on Cuba helping out. Now, in its first term from 2017 to 2021, the administration of Donald Trump imposed visa sanctions on Cuba's global medical program. His government claimed that these missions amounted to human trafficking because Cuban doctors are reportedly underpaid. I tell you, all you really does not understand the way these people could fix them out and just say lies and words that are not in any way meant for what they're supposedly meant for. You think this man really care if Cuban doctors is underpaid? Please. Well, thank goodness my Caribbean people are saying, nah, we're not going along with that. We're not going along with that. The Caribbean people say we standing against that. So shout out to Belly of the Beast Cuba because they put together a great conglomeration of the responses by the Caribbean leaders. Let's check it out.
Cubans have been able to do for us, far from approximating itself to human trafficking, has been to save lives and limbs and sight. What the Cubans have been able to do for us, far from approximating itself to human trafficking, has been to save lives and limbs and sight for many a Caribbean person.
Let me also add that Mia Martley, that is the woman running the show in Barbados, she said that they would never have made it through COVID without the Cuban nurses. She said, absolutely not. We would never have survived COVID without the Cuban nurses.
We rely a lot for our health.
Big up to Trinidad. This is Keith Rowley, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago.
Care, delivery on certain specialists, mainly from Cuba. Out of the blue now we are being called human traffickers because we hire technical people who we pay top dollar equal to local rates.
Now, I know we're not involved in any exploitation of Cuban workers. And I know that the Cubans are not involved either, the Cuban government. I know the arrangements.
He said straight up, I know the arrangements. That is not the case. And this is Ralph Gonsalves, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Prime Minister. Now, I, as a Grenadian, was watching fast to say, well, let me see what the Grenadians saying, eh? Let me make sure that the Grenadians are in the right place. And I was very happy to see that, yes, Dickon Marshall of Grenada said we have a legitimate partnership with the government and people of Cuba who have over several decades provided support to the people of Grenada in the medical field. We will continue to support and defend the partnership. Big up all Grenada Massive. All my Caribbean people, drop your flag in the chat, please. All my Caribbean people, drop your flag in the chat, we. And Gaston Brong, Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, said, we totally reject the notion that we are involved in any form of human trafficking. These Cuban doctors and nurses represent the core of our healthcare service. If they were to take any punitive action against Caribbean countries because of the involvement of Cubans, they will literally dismantle our healthcare services and put our people at risk. This extraterritorial positioning, articulation, and threats, I don't know that this is the road we need to go. Him saying, I don't know that this is the road we need to go is Caribbean for this is not the road we need to go. But I find these people just riling up everybody. They're riling up everybody. And I wonder to what end. Because the Caribbean, let me tell you, the Caribbean people is not we're not a quiet people. Grenada is a land of revolution, Jamaica is a land of revolution. Haiti is a land of revolution. Puerto Rico is a land of revolution. These are not places with no smally minded people. And the rest of the islands of the Caribbean, we all understand that we all have a place and a purpose. And even calypso music, and a song like, oh, just wind up music, but a lot of calypso music is very government forward. So when you're seeing, and we know reggae music is, of course, but in addition to all of this going on, now you have this man, there's a list that has been leaked. All right? There's a list that has been leaked saying travel ban being proposed for several countries. They have a red list, a orange, and a yellow. So red is meaning you can't go there at all. You can't go there and nobody could come here. And then orange means the visas are sharply restricted, meaning you could try to get a visa, but America, the United States, don't know if they're giving you. And then yellow, 60 days to address concerns. So they're saying that these people that are yellow, these countries have 60 days to address concerns. And on this list have many countries that are part of the Caribbean as well as the CARICOM. And the CARICOM, for those who don't know, is a consortium of islands that have come together as a Caribbean community in commerce. It's an intergovernmental organization of 20 countries, 50 member states, and 5 associate members in the Caribbean and surrounding areas that are formed to promote economic integration, cooperation, and coordination among its members. And the member states are Antigua and Barbuda, Bahamas, Barbados, Belize, Dominica, Grenada, Guyana, Haiti, Jamaica, Montserrat, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Suriname, and Trinidad and Tobago. Associate members include Anguilla, Bermuda, the British Virgin Islands, the Cayman Islands, and the Turks and Caicos Islands. And this was established by a Treaty of Chaguaramas signed on August 1st, 1973. And if you are a citizen of a member state of the CARICOM, it means that you can go to these other places in the CARICOM and you can build, you can have a business there, you can live there without a visa, etc., etc. So let me tell you some of the countries that are listed in this proposed travel ban. In the red column, you have countries that you're not surprised about, right? Afghanistan, North Korea, Sudan, Syria, Iran. Cuba is in this list because they continue to act as if Cuba is terrorists. In the orange, I also just want to make a point, real quick, a little side point. They have the nerve to come over here and act as if they care about whether the Cuban doctors is getting paid fairly, while they are sending money to actively bomb hospitals in Palestine. While they know that there are I'm sorry, I'm just getting riled up. While they know that there are Palestinian medical officials, Palestinian medical doctors, nurses, etc., that they are directly harming. But then they go on and act as if, I mean, it's just the hypocrisy is so loud and virulent. In the orange column, they have Haiti listed. And then we get to the yellow column, 60 days to address concerns. Apparently, the concerns are concerns around, let me not lie to you, eh? Let me not lie to you. Yellow column concerns in travel ban. So let me just give you let me give you the actual information here. What it means when they say is a yellow column and they have concerns is that let me get to it. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble finding it here. It means that it could include issues like failing to share with the United States information about incoming travelers, purportedly inadequate security practices for issuing passports, or the selling of citizenship to people from banned countries, which could serve as a loophole around the restrictions. Mind you, this is the same country that just say, well, if you have $5 million, we're giving you, if we have $5 million, we're giving you, come on, we're giving you a citizenship. I don't know why all you just keep on with this call your senators. I really don't think the calling your senators is a really good time and a good use of your time. So I know that I feel as though it shouldn't be call your senators. It should be find out where your senators live. Find out where your senators are going to dinner. Run up on your senators. I don't want to hear no more of this call your senators. Run up on your senators. They should never have a moment of peace. There should be no peace. The countries involved in yellow, and Antigua and Barbuda. There's a number of countries, so I just named the Caribbean countries. Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia. I mean, I just find it really, I find it damn rude to be putting these people on the list. I find that they just damn rude to be putting these people on the list. So that is what's going on. But the Caribbean, we're not no smally people. We be from a smally island, but we're not no smally minded people. So I'm hoping to see the Caribbean really stand up in this way. And listen, the Caribbean standing with Cuba is no surprise. Maurice Bishop, people have a lot to think with Maurice Bishop, and I understand that. But Maurice Bishop was aligned with Cuba, and the guys who built the airport in Grenada, The airport in Grenada was built by Cuba. We had an airport, but it was a small kind of, little airport, Pearl Airport, and it was in a very inopportune place. But in Grenada, now we have Point Saline, which is now called Maurice Bishop Airport, and it's in a very more apropos place for the island. So I really want us to pay attention globally to what's going on, because remember, the Caribbean is situated in a very opportune place for this America, this United States. The Caribbean is a stronghold, and that is why they want all this information, as if the Caribbean islands that they're referring to are a member of their colony. No. These are independent countries. Why we must be reporting to you and all of this? And Charles Schumer has a book. He has a book that is coming out, and he is going all over the place promoting this book. So let me tell you, go to the book place and stand up with your signs. These people should not have any rest. None. Anytime they try and eat something, they should be, I can't eat, I'm just, they're in my face. Disturb, disrupt, disturb. Yes, disturb, disrupt, disturb. So I'm very proud of my Caribbean people. Wave your flag. Lodge up all Grenada Massive and all Carib Massive. And I just really am proud of seeing the Caribbean folks stand up and say, you know what? We not gonna go with this. That man not gonna push us down. Nah, not today. Not today, devil. Not today. We're not doing that. I'm very proud of how long I kept that accent on. Your girl's an actress. When people be asking, like, Amanda, are you going to go back to acting? I'm like, baby, I've been doing acting all the time. It's just that, I'm not playing another. I'm still in my values. Fatima, don't be tired from me. My mother, my mother's from Grenada, so the accent is not really that hard to do. I could just dip in it and come back out of it. I enjoyed laughing and learning with you. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And tell your friends. Also, listen to the podcast. It's available everywhere pods are casted. Listen ad-free by subscribing to Patreon Amanda Seals. Come on and join the Seals Squad. Views from AmandaLand, live 10 a.m. Eastern, Monday through Wednesday, with content on Thursday and Friday at YouTube Amanda Seals TV.
Smart Finance!